Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it is going to be a nice, chilled, laid-back video, as you can see. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of my favorites for the month of August. I have tried a lot of new makeup this month. Some of these products are older favorites and some of them are newer favorites that I just have to rave about in today's video. Got little Miss Callie sleeping next to me. She's loving this. So yeah, we're just going to chill out. So let's get into it. I want to start off with something so random. We're about to be in September and it is definitely spooky season in my home. I already have all of my spooky, stuff out, and this is definitely one of my favorites. I got these pillows from Ross. I love going to Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, all of those places for just decor. I like to change my decor with the seasons. I'm fully in it. Halloween is my favorite time of year, but I also might be a little biased because my birthday is October 8th, but I just love Halloween. I want to start off with some eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving, and these three palettes I have been showing a lot of love to this month. The first one is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. I've never tried anything from this brand, and they had a sale, and I was like, this is the time to get something, because I've noticed that this brand never goes on sale. So when they do, you gotta be on it because they're super quick. So I picked up their Vintage Rose palette, and when I tell you, I was so blown away by how big this is. There's only 8 eyeshadows in here, but when I tell you this palette is so big in size, the pan sizes are big as well. I also really love this color story. I posted a TikTok for sure doing an eye look with this palette, but I loved this palette when I used it. It made me want to go back and try more from the brand. This is just a stunning color story and it's so pretty. Look at those shimmers. The shimmers in this palette truly look like liquid metal on the eyes. It's so pretty. The other palette I've been loving from Nomad, this is their Royal Europe palette. I love Nomad's palettes. They just announced a new palette and I'm like, yes, give me more palettes because I love how unique their color stories are. Just look at how beautiful this is. There's an entire row of multi-chromes. So I've been loving this. I love colorful shadow, hence my eyeshadow right now. Their mattes are so pigmented. Their shimmers are so buttery. So I loving this, especially the fact that there's multi-chromes in there. I feel like it really just takes my looks to the next level. And then the last palette that I was playing around with this month, I feel like when I got this palette and I tried it out, it kind of gotten like overshadowed with other palettes because so many palettes came out around the time that this released. And then the wait time to get this in the mail was just like, I'm kind of over it. But this month I was like, you know what? I want to show love to this palette. And it's been the Glamlite Scooby palette. This is what I have. Oh my gosh, it's storming outside with the sun out. Not good. But this is the palette that I have on my eyes today. I also filmed this look for a YouTube short and for a TikTok. If you are curious on how I got it, I'm going to post that, or it should be up by now. This palette is really pretty. Again, the formula is a 10 out of 10. I've just been having so much fun playing around with this palette. Let's get into some of the makeup products. This right here, Got to Be Glued. I cannot believe it's taken me this long to get this and use this for my brows. I have finally found the most perfect product to get this fluffy brow look. I don't have brow hairs, you guys. I don't. But the way that this product makes my brow hairs look like I actually have some, it's literally a game changer for me. I need to go and get the big one because as you can see, I am almost done with this. I'm like squeezing this out. And now that I have my hair back natural, I've also been using this for like to lay down, when I wear my hair in updos like this. So I really need to get the big one. If you've been struggling to find the perfect product for, your brow hairs and to get them to like lay flat and to look fluffy, get the Got to Be Glued. I know this has been around for a really long time, but it is such a game changer. I have tried the Got to Be Glued for your brows and for your edges, like the one that comes in the tube. I didn't like that. I did not like that. I didn't feel like it did really anything. Like, I just felt like it didn't compare to this. So I ended up, I tossed that and I been sticking with this, and I think it's the best. I have a foundation that I've really been loving. I'm wearing it today. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This is a really good drugstore foundation. My favorite drugstore foundation of all time is the Revlon Color Stay, but now that we're in the summer, I can't find a good shade match for me with that foundation, so I've been using this one. I use the shade 525. It's not the most perfect match, but once I'm done with all of my makeup, I can make it work. And I just love how beautiful this looks on the skin. It kind of reminds me as like the drugstore version of my favorite Makeup Forever foundation. So I have really been loving this. This is definitely one of the best foundations at the drugstore. Especially if you love for your skin to look natural and just like skin-like. I do want to give an honorable mention to the new Makeup by Mario concealer because I feel like this is the concealer that I've been missing in my collection. The way that this just looks like skin. This just came out, but I have been using this non-stop. This and the Tower 28 I've been loving. I'm still fully testing out the Tower 28, but this I've had a lot more time to play around with than that one, and this one I can say 100% is one of the best concealer releases this year. And that's a lot to say. I feel like Mario was in the lab cooking it up, okay? He was cooking it up and he gave it to us, and this was so worth the wait. It's chef's kiss. All right, we gotta talk about blushes because this has been my favorite year of blush releases. Hands down, we've gotten some of the best blushes this year. I have to talk about these from Makeup Forever. So when I first got these, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know really much about it. They didn't promote these. They just showed up on the Sephora website, and of course it's blush, and I'm like, I gotta try it. So I picked up two shades. I have the shade Daring Candy and Limitless Berry. I am wearing this one today. This one is Daring Candy, and it is a really beautiful, bright pink. But I love this. This is so beautiful. I kind of toned it down today because the eyes are really dramatic, and I don't really like for my blush and my eyes to be super dramatic. I like the eyes to do the talking. But I love this blush. It is a thinner formula. This just feels like a really finely milled soft powder. It is super soft to where when you put your brush in here, you do get a lot of kick up, but the way that it goes onto the skin just looks so airbrushed and flawless. And I also love how pigmented these are. The other shade I have is Limitless Berry, and this one I've been using for every day. This is my perfect everyday blush shade. It's so beautiful, and I've really been loving these. These right here have also been a favorite. I'm loving these two new shades from Patrick Ta. This one is She's Wanted. I have been tapping into this so much, but I know this is gonna be my go-to for the fall. I love his formula. It's very easy to use, easy to work with, but I've just been loving all of these new blushes that have been coming out. And this one is She's Giving. And whenever I'm feeling like I wanna go bubblegum pink, this is the one that I'm reaching for. I'm interested to see if we would get more this year. Probably not. That's probably a stretch. But you know, like, he's been coming out with blush palettes the past 2 years. So I'm like, is this like taking the place of the new blush palette that he would have launched? But I'd love to see more shades. Now, the last blush I have that I've really been loving as well is this one from Give Beauty. This is in the shade Crush on You specifically. I just love that I have the powder blush and the corresponding radiant blush as well. This is also another everyday shade. So when I'm not really trying to do too much with my makeup, this is one of the blushes I've been reaching for, and I just really love this blush formula. Very heavily fragranced, but if you can get past that smell, then you're gonna love these. Weirdly enough, I have a liquid highlighter in my favorites video. This is the Juvia's Place liquid highlighter. I have mine in the shade Nubian Gleam. I do have a little bit of this on right now, but I really love this liquid highlighter. When I first tried it, I was blown away by it, and then I've been using it ever since I tried it. This just melts into the skin. It blends really easily. A little bit goes a long way. Juvia's Place really has made me a liquid highlighter kind of girl, and I'm loving it. I'm loving everything about it. Ooh, I forgot to talk about an eyeshadow palette, which is so crazy because it was hiding under there and I completely forgot to talk about it, but I love palettes like this, and this palette is perfect for every day, which is why I'm excited for the new Patrick Ta palette, the new Danessa Myricks palette. Hi, cowgirl. I'm excited for both of those palettes because I love all matte palettes like this. I have been using this every single day for my everyday makeup look. Every day, every day. This is perfect. I used to just put bronzer in the crease and call it a day. Now I use this palette and I love it. I love palettes like these because they are perfect for every day. Yes, it is a basic all matte palette, but the formula on this is super, super blendable and I really, really love it. And this one from Kylie Cosmetics really blew me away. They did send this to me in PR, and when I got it, I didn't expect it to become a staple for me, but I used this palette when I went to the Beyonce concert. I used this on my mom when I did her makeup. The amount of times that I reach into this palette for one of these shades is insane. I want to talk about this setting spray because this is good. This is the LYS Natural Finish Setting Spray. What's really cool about this is it has a natural finish, yet it mattifies. The way that this helps the longevity of my makeup is so good. This is definitely one of my favorite products from LYS. I love what this does for the longevity of my makeup, and I love how this just helps all my powders to melt together. It's such a great multitasking spray, and I feel like that's the best way that I can describe it. As far as lip products, I don't really have any favorites for this video because I've just been filtering through all of my lip products. I haven't been like dedicated to one particular lippy. I've been trying a lot of lippies as well, but I do have two fragrances I want to talk about. So the first one is a fragrance that surprised me. I got the travel size of this because I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, which is so weird. I thought that I liked it initially, but I really wanted to get it to test it out. And I got this earlier this year, and I think I want to get the full size. So this is the Clean Reserve Skin fragrance. So this I have been loving for every day. I have it on right now. This just smells fresh and clean, and I just love how this smells. The fact that it's called Skin kind of was like, what does that even mean? I feel like this is one of those fragrances you have to get for yourself and try it out for yourself, because then you're gonna be like, okay, I get it. Other fragrance is a new one, but it has been a favorite. I have been using this one as well. It's the new Ariana Grande Cloud 2.0 fragrance. This just came out this month and I have been loving it. This does smell very, very similar to Cloud, but it has like a tiny, tiny hint of sweetness to it, and I feel like that kind of peeks through on the dry down, but initially when you spray it, it's like, whoa, that's Cloud. One thing I have noticed that I don't like is that this top comes off so easy, like so easy, and I don't understand. I don't know if it's mine's kind of messed up. If you've been experiencing that, let me know. We'll say if you already own Cloud and you're nowhere near done with it, you don't need this one, but if you are almost done with Cloud, I would pick this one up and give it a try. Favorites I wanted to talk about are brushes, and these three have been I don't normally recommend brushes, but when they're good, I got to. From NYX, this is the 03 brush. I've never tried any of NYX's brushes before, but I got this one, and it is a very dense kind of brush, but I've been using this for powder blushes. And the way that this just packs on the blush and it just fits perfectly on my cheekbone, I love it. I feel like this brush also helps with, you know, getting that pigment from the blushes because I don't have to go on with multiple layers, and I love how this just disperses the blush on the cheeks. It's such a great brush. Highly recommend. Next brush has been a game changer for me for nose contouring is from Patrick Ta. This brush has made me want to try so many more of his brushes. I have so many in my Sephora loves list because it's so good. This truly has changed the game for me when it comes to nose contour. It's so easy. It's a 1-2. If you struggle with nose contouring, definitely check this out for the Sephora sale because it's going to literally change. It's going to change everything for you. And then the last brush is this one from BK Beauty. This is the A506 brush. This brush was in collaboration with Angie Hot and Flashy. This brush has truly changed the way that I feel about blending out my concealer. I can't use a sponge anymore. I feel like concealer brushes just give me more coverage, and I love the overall look of that, but this is definitely one of my favorite concealer brushes. I've just purchased a lot more recently, and I'm excited to try them out. But that is it for my August favorites. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.